Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jerry Conway, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
Peter. And more.
That's what she said.
Hey, Hammerheads, all kinds of stuff. Welcome back, kids, to another episode of The Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that menace in disguise. It is...
No disguise here. It's Lil Telfire, the internet's favorite granny.
Oh, please. You look like a very pleasant, very attractive little 5'3" young lady, but then, you know.
See, even my dogs are calling shenanigans on that, Phil.
Those dogs are like, no. If she didn't make us handmade, if she didn't make our food by hand, we'd have no use for her.
Basically.
Buy us furniture.
Somebody's got to enjoy my money. It's certainly not me.
She's made us accomplices the murder. Just satire and parody, NSA. But like I said, are they really going to extradite you from Mexico? All right. Anyway, all right, we're back to talk more Lobo Brothers. Part 3 of our four-part series. This time, we're talking Spectacular Spider-Man 153 and Web of Spider-Man 54.
Ow!
It's quite the hairy situation. All right. All right. Before we get into the synopses and all these, again, I mean, the cover for 153 is good. I mean, it's Sal's art, so of course it looks good, but I don't know, that cover's a little too busy for me.
Yeah, it's definitely busy.
Yeah, because I'm like, did we really need to put the Joe Robertson and Tombstone thing on the cover? I mean,
they're like, we haven't forgotten. It was for Ray. They're like, see?
I was gonna say,
Tombstone's here.
I was gonna say, besides, are we trying to draw anyone in besides like an 11-year-old Ray? I mean, come on.
Hey man, if they hand fed Charlie, they can hand feed Ray.
True. They could put Jim.
It's just so funny. It's like, see, they're not the same character. They're in the same place at the same time. Come on, Hammerhead and Tombstone. It's like, It's like Hammerhead just put on some white face. Like, although no offense, Ray. Tombstone is a clown, so.
A
lovable clown, but a clown nonetheless.
What the F?
He's like, fine, just don't play the other job.
Batman. My favorite character.
Phil can't help himself.
I'm sorry, Ray. The thing hits itself now. It's gained sentience, you know?
Is that a sentient button?
And now I know what Justin wants.
Is that a sentient tongue?
Jeez. We're a mess. Oh my God. Could you imagine if AI like gained sentience and took over and just like, oh, there's a horror movie and AI gains sentience and it stalks Ray online and just like 3 a.m. It's like, oh, you got a phone call. What is it?
Batman. My favorite character.
Shut up.
Ray would move to the woods, bro. He'd go off grid.
To the outback. Oh.
I mean, most of Australia's off the grid, but.
Oh, that's at Lil Hell. That's at your favorite.
Oh, fight me, drop bears.
She said fight. I'm actually going to say something else. Oh. So is this Hammerhead cultural appropriating? He's got the flat top.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
And again, for like the supposedly like rare metal, I mean, he's got an adamantium like plate on the top of his head. I'm like, everyone had adamantiums, but supposedly it was like this special thing.
If you got enough money as a criminal, get you some adamantium. Okay, that was the thing.
That was like No, a scientist found them and did it. Found them all banged up and like did that to them. Like, it's like
Why?
I guess because he could. A mad
They
scientist.
never stopped to ask, should they?
It was like it's like the G-rated version of like Human Centipede or something. It was like, can I do it? Okay, I guess I'll try.
Wow, Human Centipede reference, and we're only 5.5 minutes in. Strap in, boys!
What are you saying? A bunch of crap coming out of my mouth?
Well, we are talking about the Lobo Brothers. So.
Oh! Hey, come on.
Fight me, Lobos nerds? I don't know.
Hey,
They should have been real werewolves. That's all I'm saying. Not too late to update the origin. Not too late. Next season, spooky season. Do it.
They were real werewolves. It just wasn't mystical. They were mutants. So
Mutants don't count.
Again,
no, I'm not channeling Wanda Maximoff.
And once again, unless they had a blood test, how do they know they were mutants? I mean, come on.
It's a curse. It's a curse.
Exactly. They didn't know who their father was. It could have been anybody.
Just fix it. Fix it.
They don't know
we need more spooky stuff in the Marvel universe.
Exactly. They don't know who their father is. It could have been Wolfman Jack.
See yourself out. I got this for the rest of the night. See yourself out, Phil. All right, boys. Where shall we begin?
I feel like I'm on a date with Lilith. Okay, you can show yourself out. I have this. I'll take care of this myself the rest of the night.
One strike and you're out.
You know what? We'll get there, but I think is it Kane's Scarlet Spider series? I think Carlos. Carla. I think Carlos comes back, and all of a sudden, I think there might be a sister. I'm like, just like, wait a minute. They're orphans whose mother died at birth. They didn't know their father. And now all of a sudden, again, it's like 2010 or 2012 or something. But it's like all of a sudden there's a sister. I'm like, what?
Papa was a Rolling Stone. They didn't say which side of the family it came from, did they? See, Papa was a Rolling Stone out there making werewolves. That's my point.
True. Oh. So horny werewolves. Okay.
I mean, horny just mystical creatures, period.
Well, I mean, again.
I mean, vampires are horny. Witches are horny.
Again, if they are mutants, I mean, mutants do seem horny. I mean, look how many Summers brothers we got.
Don't go rubbing that in.
Hey-oh!
I was going to say, just look how much Professor X got around, but.
You got to rub that one in.
I know for a guy with no legs, he sure got around a lot.
He's doing the Matt Murdock school of feel pity for me and bang me. But also he's a telepath, so a little sketch.
Oh yeah.
Little sketch.
That's better than a roofie, huh?
All right, let's get to this one. We've gotten dark already. Chicks won't feel pity for me and bang me.
All right. I'm not saying Peter Parker don't have a dose of that too. I mean, look at Mary Jane. All right.
He's got some strong, shall we say, spider webbing.
Oh, well, again, super.
Sometimes you gotta give the nerdy boys a shot. If any ladies are out there listening, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes a nerdy dude surprises you.
Hey, sometimes they're just grateful, so they're putting in 110%. Again, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. The pretty ones, they know they don't got to put in the work, right?
Yeah, nobody. Well, I shouldn't say nobody likes a pillow princess, but it's becoming increasingly rare for you pillow princes out there.
Again, wouldn't you rather have someone who's not a 10 and maybe puts in more effort and it doesn't just lay there like a dead fish? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like amen. All right.
Well, at this point in my age, I don't want anybody with arthritis or bad knees. So
you date like 20-year-olds. How are you getting arthritis?
That's what I mean. It's why my preference.
Okay. I'm gonna say, what kind of 25-year-olds are you dating? Unless they're like ex-jocks or something. Oh my God, she's Taylor Swift.
No, don't channel the Swifties. They've taken over the NFL, and I am not happy.
Hey, the NFL will. The NFL.
Oh, his jersey's like number 2 jersey.
Oh yeah. The NFL's like, oh yes, bring us more female fans.
The Swiftification reputation of the NFL, I am not okay right now, kids. It was my one safe haven away from Taylor Swift, and she found me. Damn it.
Hey man, I mean, one of these other guys. Well, I was gonna say Zendaya is probably is still in a relationship with Tom Holland, but I was like, come on.
Oh, they're getting married and having babies for the lulz of it at this point. That PR relationship is just there with us. It's giving Oprah and Stedman. If you know, you know.
Oh, is he still around? You never see or hear from him, do you?
Just like Dolly Parton's man, he knows how to play his position. No, I don't think they're still together. I think they broke up way back when. But you know the reference.
I don't even know if he was real. I heard a name a few times and maybe a picture. I was like, okay.
They did an interview. Funny enough, my mom used to be an Oprah person. I've never liked Oprah, but I remember when they were like, "Oh, Oprah's boyfriend," and yeah, he showed up on video once or twice.
I ain't saying nothing, but you see her a lot more with Gayle King.
Look, brother. Yes, we can talk about it on Capes if you want to.
Oh, that's a salty and petty all day.
Oh yeah, famous beards.
Oh my. All right, but yeah, next NFL quarterback. Yeah. Why don't you get Jenna Ortega's phone number? All right, let's go.
Ooh. Although I don't know if she would go for that. If you know, you know.
Oh, okay.
She's too busy doing Wednesday.
Hey,
learning new instruments and being tortured by the producers. So
Oh, jeez. Welcome back, Hollywood.
Well, not quite, right?
Yeah, I think they're still in talks, but yeah. All right, Spectacular Spider-Man number 153 from August 1989. Siege.
They're starting in prison. I don't know how I feel about that title.
Well, like, where are you saying they pulled this story from, Lilith Hellfire?
It was in his prison purse.
That was almost in stereo.
It's in his prison purse. His pants come off next.
I just like every time a comic issue starts in prison, I just can't get that movie Let's Go to Prison out of my mind. And like Bruiser is he's gonna call Joe his little baby duck, and they're gonna like make Pruno and get out and have a little Pruno wine tasting at the end of this issue. It's just one of those movies when I see prison stuff, I'm like, yeah, Dax Shepard.
Mind if I slam your butt in the pokey lady?
Oh, Joe's no lady.
Hell. All right, writer, of course, Jerry Conway.
Lover of bridges and hater of blondes.
Oh my.
He's never beaten those allegations. I'm sorry.
Hey man, Jerry Conway.
Friend to the show.
Yes, friend to the show. You heard his intro in the beginning of this episode. Hey man, he did not kill Gwen Stacy. The Green Goblin did not kill Gwen Stacy. Gravity killed Gwen Stacy.
I'm gonna try that in my next criminal hearing.
Or not to fall. It was the sudden stop.
So Peter did it. Okay.
Hey-o! That's the title of your biography. So Peter did it. Anyway, yes, writer Jerry Conway, penciler and inker Sal Buscema. Get those shekels. Colorist John Wilcox.
I mean, we literally got a good old right cross on the cover, like just
it was
right hook.
It was the head.
Don't take that away from me.
I know. Well, that's the thing. As I said, with them splitting the cover like that, how awesome could you given us a like Spider-Man Hammerhead if it had been the whole cover?
Yeah.
And then you can maybe like squeeze the chameleon in the back, disguised as Jameson, going.
See, they didn't have variant covers back then. You know what I mean? So.
Mm-hmm. Colorist, yeah, John Wilcox. Letterer. I was waiting to see how long it took you to catch that. Letterer Rick Parker and editor Jim Salicrup. In prison, yes, in prison, Joe Robertson is getting trained to fight by the prisoner known as Bruiser, his only friend. As Joe hits into a punching bag, he asks Bruiser why the massive inmate chose him to be his friend. Bruiser explains that Joe reminds him of his brother Stuart, who was training to be a lawyer. When Joe asked Bruiser what became of his brother, he isn't sure, as he has been out of touch during his 15-year stretch in prison.
Ooh.
I was going to say, did they ever say why Bruiser's in prison?
I don't think so.
I don't think. So, I mean, he seems like a nice guy protecting Joe, but I mean, for all we know, this guy could be a murderer. Maybe he was framed. Who knows?
Bank robber run like, if I know my Marvel's New York.
Somebody's henchman. Oh, no. He was a stand-in for the Kingpin.
Yep.
He looks at, because again, if they did this live action, this would have been a Michael Clark Duncan all day.
Oh yeah. May he rest his sweet, gentle soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who actually portrayed the Kingpin. Yes, that's what I'm saying. He could be a Kingpin stand-in. As their training continues, Bruiser is impressed, telling Robertson that he will be able to stand up for himself in prison, especially against.
He ain't standing up against Tombstone. I'm sorry, babes. I'm sorry. It's not happening for Joe.
At this point, I mean, Tombstone's just a trained. I mean, he's a strong human being, but he doesn't have any superpowers yet. Or Ray's favorite, he's not hard as marble, cold as ice.
Oh yeah, he's not that right now. So yeah, maybe he has a chance. But new Tombstone?
Yeah, no, this is pre that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, we still got to cover. I think we still have to cover that issue. It's 68 where he gets his powers. Yeah.
Down for it. We can do a little Tombstone month for Ray. No problem.
Well, I was gonna say we might even be able to get Ray for an episode or two. We do a Tombstone month.
You just gotta dangle the carrots.
Again, he's busy until something, one of his favorites comes up. Something he'll put the Marvel snap down for. Watching this from the other side of the exercise room, Tombstone tells his gang that they will strike in the evening. While back in New York City, Spider-Man has pulled himself out of the East River following a failed attempt to stop the impending gang war about to explode in the city.
What is that, Web 53?
Yeah, remember?
Where we kind of left him.
Yeah, that helicopter was flying right at the tower. Yeah. Suddenly, oh boy, this spider sense. Suddenly, his spider sense goes off.
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting tingling,
allowing him to narrowly avoid getting shot at by a gang of mobsters armed with automatic weapons.
Yeah, that sounds like regular New York to me.
Spider-Man begins defending himself and overhears that the mobsters are trying to keep him away from Fisk Tower. As the hero dodges the bullets, he suddenly sees Daily Bugle publisher J. Jonah Jameson come out of a rooftop stairwell. Jameson tells Spider-Man to follow him, and although the wall crawler is confused as to why Jameson is there to begin with, when Spider-Man enters the building, Hammerhead emerges from hiding and tells his men to stop firing. Hammerhead wants the war between the Lobo Brothers and the Kingpin so he can reap the benefits when the war ends.
Oh, Hammerhead, you're just a big galoot.
Yeah, sir. Meanwhile, Mary Jane is returning to Aunt May's house after an aerobics class. Wait a minute, I thought she had a modeling gig. And again, it's not like two writers getting the story mixed up. It was all Jerry Conway. So, she said she had a job, but all of a sudden she's coming home from aerobics class. Could it be Bruce? Could we be the...
Look, man, she is sick level with Aunt May. Don't judge that woman.
Oh, that's true.
Everyone loves cocaine.
That's true. Okay. She is depressed about her flagging modeling career, the tension in her marriage, and their inability to find a new apartment. When she sees an ambulance outside Aunt May's house, Mary Jane rushes to the home thinking it might be for May or one of her tenants because they're all...
If only we could have got that lucky.
They're all 107, so it's
exactly.
That would be a hard bet, yeah. However, much to her surprise, it turns out to be her cousin Christy. She was found unconscious in the bathroom, and paramedics determined that she suffered a heart attack. Mary Jane can't understand how Christy could have had a heart attack, as she is only 13 years old.
Yep, okay, 13 it is.
Yeah, I think the majority of it says 13. There's like one mix-up where one page said she was 16 or something.
Either way, they don't know how to draw teenage girls. Either way.
Well, I know. Back at Lewisburg Penitentiary, Joe Robertson and Bruiser are hitting the showers before lights out. Okay, let's not comment.
Nope,
Okay.
no comment. Just trying to get through it. Thank you.
Hit something. When they enter the washroom, they notice that the place is empty. Realizing that they have been set up, Bruiser tries to tell Joe to run for it when suddenly a number of prisoners appear with guns that fire wooden stakes. What do they think? Bruiser's a vampire or something?
It's something. They know something we don't.
I guess.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't even think wood's easy to get in prison, but let's not dwell on the details, babe. I mean, it is, but not that kind of wood.
Oh my god, everybody laugh over that. I mean, the name is dropped. I don't think what's he gonna get in prison. I'm sorry.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Justin, if that doesn't knock you out of your chair, I don't know what will. Two strike Bruiser in the shoulder. Joe quickly grabs him and they make a run for it. However, Joe realizes that they are heading towards solitary confinement instead of the infirmary. Bruiser doesn't have much time left and they need cover. They find an open solitary cell and lock themselves in. Tombstone tells one of his minions to go and get a key as he is willing to wait to get his hands on Joe Robertson.
And that's where they leave us? How dare they?
I know, but again, they'll come back to it this issue. It's not a modern comic. They'll come back to it this issue.
I know. I got scared and I was like, oh yeah, okay, this isn't okay.
It's on Zeb Wells. We're not going to come back to this 6 months or a year from now. Come on.
Remember that thing I set up and told you it'd be the greatest story ever? Still bitter.
No, all we did was kill a little dark girl, but then we brought her back 2 months later. So
it's pointless.
Oh god, no! Now she's a mutant.
Pointless. I mean, nobody likes Inhumans, but damn, just let her be an Inhuman, you know?
I just wonder if they were gonna. I for some reason I just feel in my bones that they were gonna wait a little longer to turn that death around, but they got such backlash. Did you notice there was a few issues of Amazing where there was no letters page, and they conveniently skipped where the letters page for 25 and 26 would have been?
Of course.
Like,
everybody knows she was coming. I mean, like literally, it's 2023.
I know, but I think just the act of killing her itself sparked.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want it. Every letter they probably got was "How dare you kill her?" or "Yeah, this is going to be reversed in 2 weeks." Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we're getting death of a friend, really?
Yeah. I was gonna say even the people who don't like the character were like, "Yeah, this is good. Yeah, she'll be back in 2 weeks."
Listen, Disney definitely don't know how to take criticism. That's a real thing. So I'm totally down for that little mini conspiracy.
Well, I don't think they want to publicize any more Zeb Wells hate because
we're stuck with them for the foreseeable future. Looks like.
I know. Oh my god, did you see?
Of all the people that want to do more than 24 issues.
I know. Did you see that? They said the next issue that I think comes out next week. They said it's going to set up what's coming in the next 24 issues. I'm like, oh my god, we're getting 24 more issues of this crap.
That's what I'm like. Out of all people, he doesn't want to go and do his creator own thing after 2 years. Really? Your wife's got SNL money. You can go now.
I was gonna say his own creator-owned stuff. I mean, maybe his name might be tarnished after this run. I don't know if he gets, can you imagine he goes on Kickstarter and like send me money? How many people would laugh?
Listen, every creator. I mean, think about it. Even Chuck Nixon, they all have their sycophants.
Although,
you know what I mean?
I know. Although I should say too, it's like he might be another Bendis. He might be better with his own creator-owned his own original characters rather than somebody else's.
Listen, at the end of the day, the editors and the top brass thought it was okay to
tell
that story. So
they're guilty too. Yeah,
he's not solely sitting out there on the limb by himself.
Oh, I know. But I'm saying the original idea was probably his. But yeah, those editors could have shut him down anytime.
Yeah. So everybody's culpable.
They thought, oh, a little controversy will sell some books. I don't know if you wanted that much controversy.
I'm like, babes, we're still not over Brand New Day. You don't know how petty Spider-Man fans can be.
I know they thought after maybe like a year or two we would forget about that marriage. 15 years later, kid. Hell, what's it? Might be 16, 17, but this way, no.
Yeah, we're quickly approaching a 20-year anniversary, and they better fix it.
Exactly. We keep harping on this, you and me. We're like, we give you permission, milk us but give us a new marriage, and
I could use a new wedding album hardcover book. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God, yes, hardcover book.
My Batman and Catwoman wedding album is lonely. That's all I'm gonna say about it. You can give me Iron Man and freaking Emma Frost. I don't care.
Posters, T-shirts. I mean, you could sell Halloween costumes so guys and their girlfriends can go as.
Cause you know the kids ain't got no money. You gotta know where your money lies.
That's right. You come for this old money.
I mean, they're giving us a DG Chichester Renaissance. Great. Keep it going. Fix brand new day. Never forgive, never forget until it's fixed.
Oh my God, that's the other thing, kids. I mean, GD Chichester deserves all the success he deserves, but also too, let's buy the hell out of that Daredevil Black Armor so maybe they throw him on other books. I mean, come on.
Yes, I would love to see DG Chichester return to like the mainstream comic books for sure.
I mean, we could kill two birds with one stone, Lilith. I want to see a DG Chichester Amazing Spider-Man. Come on.
Ooh, okay, I see you.
I mean, you know, he has the sense of humor to write a Peter Parker. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'm down for it. Like, just dear Marvel, just give us 90s kids what we want.
Exactly. If you're not going to give him an Elektra book, ongoing book, give him the Amazing Spider-Man. Come on.
Elektra, that's the dream for me, but.
Well, I mean, that's what Saladin told me. He's like, you know what? You want an ongoing? I mean, guys, we gotta buy the hell out of that Elektra or that Daredevil miniseries that's coming in Gang War.
Yeah.
You know, that number is gonna be pretty impressive to give her an ongoing. So let's do it, kids.
Definitely.
At that moment, in a theatrical supply warehouse in Manhattan.
See, a clown. A clown.
What are you saying? Hee hee ha ha, man. That's like Into the Night.
If the makeup fits.
Joker. That's the name of Into the Night's new name for Joker is hee hee ha ha, man. Ray, I'm sorry, Ray. I'm petty. Let me just say, when it comes to that stuff, to the Batman stuff, you are petty. I was gonna say theatrical supply warehouse. What is this? Batman 66.
Batman, my favorite character.
Why isn't that on Max, by the way? Oh wait, they lost the rights to everything. Never mind.
Oh, they don't have that again. Oh my God.
Idiots.
They fought decades for that thing and then they let that go.
Yeah, because that should have been on. Actually, I was expecting it to be on when DC Universe was a thing. I thought that was one of that, and like the original George Reeves Superman was like gonna be a really big deal, and they were gonna put it on there, and then they didn't. So I was just like, what the hell?
You know, you're gonna get people are gonna watch that. Anything Batman, especially Batman,
especially after Adam West passed away. Like I'm like, what the deuce? You know?
Oh my God, you could do a whole. You know who would have?
Because I really want to rewatch that show, and I just, for the life of me, I'm gonna have to go on eBay and buy somebody's VHS tapes. I just know it. That's how I'm gonna end up having them.
Didn't they put that out on DVD or Blu-ray like a few years back? I thought once they got the rights back, I thought.
Did they? I never saw it.
I thought there was a collection of either.
Because I would have bought it.
Yeah, I thought.
Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna end up buying somebody's VHS tapes. I know it.
I mean, and again,
that's the only way to watch it. I'm just gonna let you kids know.
And Max,
gotta watch it on a little, 240p, whatever that was captured in.
Oh my Lord! What one of his big ass TVs? That's where.
Oh yeah, good old flatback TV.
The big console is basically doubled as like an end table, or
oh yeah. And when you were done, put the other TV on it. Yeah.
when the speakers went out in the
if your grandma's basement ain't got two TVs on top of each other, you ain't got a grandma, bro.
That was my great grandmother, but yeah. Oh my Lord. Spider-Man and J. Jonah Jameson have found some temporary cover. The wall crawler asked Jameson why he aided him and what he is doing in the area. Jonah explains that he came to interview one of the Kingpin's lieutenants for a Daily Bugle story. Suddenly, the gunmen come bursting in, and while Spider-Man swings into action to stop them, Jameson suddenly pulls out a syringe from his sports coat. Outside, Hammerhead waits for his plan to come to fruition as he has someone inside who can deal with Spider-Man for him.
Okay, don't worry, kids. I found it. Blu-ray is $52. DVD is $35. Good.
Yeah,
we should cover some 66.
Okay, yeah. No, we can do that on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because me and Kristen did that like 2 or 3 times. Like we do an episode where like we did a 66 episode, then we did like a, if it was like a Riddler episode, we did a Riddler comic too and stuff.
Sounds like a plan, Jen. And you can invite good old Kristen if she has time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll have to set that
She
up.
can class up the joint.
A classy lady. Oh, okay. Inside, the wall crawler finishes wrapping up Hammerhead's minions when his spider sense warns him of danger next to him. Well, where it's coming from? Jameson's only been setting off my spider sense for months.
It's ting ting tingalid, ting ting tingalid.
Psychosomatic, kid. Psychosomatic.
You know what? You said they were writing him dumb at this era. I mean,
oh yeah, he was basically a himbo. Him
Solid
and Flash had the same IQ at that point.
I don't know, man. Something's dumbing him down at this point.
Superior puss.
Oh yeah, it's draining every last brain cell.
It's supposed to make you smarter after you get it. Come on. However, this was just J. Jonah Jameson, and the wall crawler ignores he's like, yeah, it's just some old man. Ignores the warning. This leaves him open for Jameson, who injects the masked hero with the contents of the syringe. As the injection begins to take effect, Jameson tells Spider-Man that he has been shot up with an experimental virus that should prove lethal to the hero. As Spider-Man succumbs to the virus, he struggles to understand why Jonah would do this to him, but passes out. Back at the prison, Joe Robertson pulls the stakes out of Bruiser's shoulder, but he is bleeding out even though his wounds are patched up. As Tombstone's minions come back with a key to the solitary cell, Joe tries to convince Bruiser that they can make a deal with Tombstone. However, Bruiser tries to explain that while Joe is intelligent, he can't understand the ways of the street. When the cell opens up, Tombstone...
He's a square, see?
Yeah, you go in there for that fancy book learning, see? When the cell opens up, Tombstone comes in and Bruiser gets up to face him despite his wounds. While back in New York, Spider-Man comes around to find Hammerhead standing before him. The mobster then lashes into the hero, intending to kill the wall crawler and prevent his attempts to stop the gang war between the Lobo Brothers and the Kingpin. This story should have been called, a funny thing happened on the way to the Kingpin's tower.
Oh, that would have been great, actually.
Funny thing happened on the way to the war. As Hammerhead beats up Spider-Man, back at Lewisburg, Joe Robertson begs Tombstone to let him get Bruiser help as he will bleed to death. Tombstone is not interested in mercy, and he begins fighting Bruiser. Oh, see? You like this bully, Ray? While Spider-Man tries to shake off the effects of the virus, he learns that Jameson is Hammerhead's ally. Although he is initially beaten into submission, Spider-Man manages to regain his strength and knock out Hammerhead with a single punch and struggles to get outside.
Soloed him. Wow.
While he was injected with this virus. He's not being straight. Well, I guess, Hammerhead, glass jaw.
Nice.
Thank you. Maybe she'll put some adamantium in your chin, bro.
Yeah. They couldn't go full deluxe package like Wolverine,
True. When you order an adamantium infused assassin on Wish.
Exactly.
Oh my lord. I just put it on the top of his head. At the same
Wrong
moment,
head to put it on top of.
What? Oh my god, can you imagine?
Talk about your Man of Steel.
What is your villainous name? The Swinging D. At the same moment, Tombstone has beaten Bruiser to death. Oh, okay. As the prison alarms begin going off, Tombstone explains to Joe that he killed Bruiser for what little self-respect he had left. He died for what little self-respect he had left, something Joe would never understand. As Tombstone and his men run back to their cells, Joe waits for the guards by Bruiser's body. While back in New York City, Spider-Man manages to get back on the rooftops, but is still weak from the virus he was injected with. When he stops to catch his breath, Spider-Man witnesses explosions coming from the Fisk building and realizes that he is too late to stop the gang war.
Aww. Day late and $1 short, huh, bud?
Not his fault.
Nah, this one's definitely his fault. I'm gonna go ahead and blame him.
Yeah. Well. I mean, he was on his way. He just got, just ignored that damn spider sense. So yeah, the whole thing with Hammerhead. Yeah, he says he doesn't remember who he was before he lost his memory and was transformed by Jonah's arrow. That happened in Amazing 113.
Way back at this point.
Oh yeah, eventually he starts remembering some of his past, but not yet, kids. Lilith, you better be nice to me. I'll do a Hammerhead month.
I'm sure Russell would love that.
I don't know if he would like Hammerhead. You know what? I do have some. Next summer we're doing some cannon fodder, but there's no Hammerhead on there. So
listen,
it's like
the
Shock.
only cannon fodder. I was gonna say the only cannon fodder I care about is Shocktober.
I think it's I think it's like Shocker, Scorpion. Our favorite punching bags. So
cool.
Yeah. Don't worry. I
don't forget Electro Man.
Electro. I know which lines to cross and not cross.
Ew.
All right. So what do you think of this issue, Lil?
Oh, then Hydro Man.
I'm trying to hold on.
That is definitely cannon fodder, babes.
Oh, yeah. I just can't remember which cannon fodder I put on the list. All right. So hold on. I'll pull up the schedule. But what do you think of this issue?
I'm just like, where are the werewolves? Let's get to the werewolves.
It's almost like Conway's like working with another writer, but he's working with himself. So I don't know why he's delayed.
Maybe he got sick of the Lobo Brothers like we did.
I don't know. It's almost like he could go back and forth between books because he's writing both. But it seems like they were kind of flowing back and forth, but now it seems like he's kind of keeping the Joe stuff in Spectacular, and the Lobo Brothers stuff is mainly like shifting just the web.
Yeah.
So he's like, nobody's like crossing their lane. Well, except for like Chameleon and Hammerhead. No one else is like crossing their lanes, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, let's just get it over with. Stop prolonging it, bro. It's like he was procrastinating. He's like, I know I should finish that Lobo story, but...
Hey, he's going to fill 2 books a month left. Come on.
Exactly. That's what I mean. He's like, why not?
Again, like you have all these subplots because got 2 books a month. Okay, here we go.
At least I did. I listen. I like the Hammerhead and the Tombstone stuff more than I like the werewolves, but I just want to get the werewolves over with. That's it.
Oh yeah. Okay, here's our cannon fodder for the summer. Okay, we're gonna June will be Shocker. July will be.
Who gave y'all permission to even do anything on Shocker? You did not ask me about that.
Oh,
and you doing man thing?
No.
Thing?
No. You're welcome to join us. That's what I said.
I invented Shocker month. Okay, Shocktober was my deal.
Well, you and me are gonna do Shockers, so shut the hell up. No,
I'm just teasing.
I know. Like a month or so back, I thought we said something about doing cannon fodder. So yeah. June's gonna be Shocker. July's gonna be where am I? Scorpion, and then August, Craven.
Okay.
Hey man, there's a movie coming out. Why I don't know, but there's a movie coming out.
Is that still really coming out?
As far as I know, I don't think they've canceled it yet. I don't know when it's coming out.
Did they cancel Madam Web, or is that still a thing too?
I think that's still a thing. Oh yeah. Once I introduce Dave to Sydney Sweeney, he's all down for it now.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as I know, Madam Web's go. But surprise, did you see that?
We could have had Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm so upset. Oscar winner Jamie Lee. I'm so upset.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah. If we would have, that was the original plan.
I saw a quick headline one day and then it was gone. But surprise, they're not doing the Mexican wrestler one.
Oh no, yeah, I know that's been canceled forever.
I know. I just saw a headline one day and then nothing ever again. I'm like, they couldn't even bother to put the headline out. It's like, oh yeah, it's canceled. Alberto, who? But we said the minute they announced that, we're like, this ain't getting made. He was in exactly like 2 issues. It's like, really? Naomi has more issues, for God's sake.
She has 2 whole freaking volumes. What are you talking about? I think maybe a third, allegedly. I don't know.
All right, should we get to the next issue?
Sure.
All right.
We got to get through all those annuals first.
What?
It's like an annual after this one, isn't it?
Oh.
And then 154.
Well, we're just doing one more issue tonight because we're still.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the annual.
I didn't put the annuals on there because I don't think the annual.
They don't have anything to do with it.
No, I think they just put it next. Oh yeah, because that's Atlantis Attacks. No, because I think it's just by sale date. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, just 2 issues this time and then 2 issues next episode as we'll wrap up the Lobos next week. All right, Web of Spider-Man.
We could have done it this week if Jerry Conway wouldn't have been so stingy.
Hey, man.
I kid. I don't mind.
Shekels.
Listen, I'm all for comic book artists getting their shekels and writers and everybody. I don't mind.
All right. Web of Spider-Man 54 from September 1989. The Wolves of War. Writer, again, Jerry Conway. Penciler, pay attention, Ray, Alex Saviuk.
Some new kid named Alex Saviuk.
He's back, kids. Inker Keith Williams, colorist Bob Sharon, letterer Rick Parker, and editor Jim Salicrup. The Lobo Brothers have launched their attack on Fisk Tower an hour early. Oh, party crashers. Ambushing the guards on the roof from a helicopter. In their werewolf forms, the Lobo Brothers easily slay the guards and make their way into the building. Inside the building, the Rangers inform that the Lobo gang have arrived and are cutting through the security. The Kingpin's right-hand man begins to fear that this is a losing battle. Eventually, the werewolves make their way outside of the Ranger's office. Fearing for his life, the Ranger escapes through a secret elevator, narrowly avoiding the Lobo Brothers. Even though the Ranger manages to escape, the brothers are unconcerned as they have bigger fish to fry, and emphasis on bigger, kids.
That's gonna take a whole lot of Crisco and
wow,
Panko flakes.
I was gonna say no prison this time though. They storm the Kingpin's office, finding the fat man sitting at his desk. They accuse Fisk of trying to assassinate them. The Kingpin denies it and calls them fools, angering the Lobos into attacking. Meanwhile, 8 blocks away, Spider-Man
making my way downtown. Wet, whipping fast, and I'm headed to Fisk Tower.
Whip.
Tapping my way downtown.
However, he has been slowed after being injected by some kind of virus by Jonah Jameson. Seeing that he is too late to stop the battle, the wall crawler struggles to get to the scene to find out what has happened. Also arriving
the worst are out. We got Frank Farrow, we got freaking Joy Mercado, and damn it, Nick Katzenberg.
Also arriving.
Like, why do you do this to me? Why?
Well, you know why Katzenberg's there.
I do.
Also arriving on the scene is Detective Frank Farrow and the Daily Bugle's Joy Mercado and Nick Katzenberg. When they look inside, they find a carnal house of dead mob enforcers inside. At that moment, Spider-Man has scaled the side of the building and looks into the Kingpin's window just as the police and the press arrive. The Lobo Brothers did not find the real Kingpin, but a dummy. How could you tell the difference? Damn, that was a lot of stuffing. The Lobos have written a warning on the wall in blood. It reads, Kingpin, you can run, but you cannot hide.
His big ass sure can't hide, can he?
Or run. As Spider-Man turns to leave, he is spotted by Nick Katzenberg, who snaps a photo of the wall crawler. Exhausted, Spider-Man tries to make his way back to Forest Hills. Slipping into the basement, Spider-Man changes into Peter Parker and heads upstairs. When he gets upstairs, he is surprised to see everyone is still awake. When Nathan tells Peter there has been a serious accident, Peter passes out due to the virus working in his system. Peter is haunted by bad dreams where he's being attacked by the Kingpin, the Lobos, and Hammerhead. Witnessing this battle are Nick Katzenberg and J. Jonah Jameson. Suddenly, Peter wakes up with a scream. He's like, I had a bad dream. I work with Nick Katzenberg. Oh, wait.
That's the appropriate reaction, quite honestly.
Exactly. Suddenly, Peter wakes up with a scream and is told by his wife, Mary Jane, that he has been sick for the past 2 days. Healing factors.
Didn't know spiders had that, but I'll just let that slide.
Pretty much at this point, if you have any kind of superpower, you have a healing factor. Peter asks about the accident as he is worried about Aunt May, but he quickly forgets about this when he sees the front page of the Daily Bugle, which is accusing Spider-Man of being involved in the massacre at Fisk Tower. This angers Peter, who tells his wife how J. Jonah Jameson was responsible for his illness and how he has been acting strangely. Remembering the emergency again, he asks who was taken to the hospital and learns from Mary Jane that it was her cousin Christy. Soon they go to the Queen's Medical Center where Christy was taken when she passed out. Christy brushes off the incident like it was nothing. Peter can't help but notice how thin Christy is and the number of bruises on her body. Outside of Christy's room, they meet with her doctor, Susan Ransom. Since Christy's parents are in Europe, she tells the Parkers that Christy had suffered a heart attack due to a combination of anorexia and bulimia.
Hold up. Wait. So apparently, invertebrates, which all arachnids are, can heal themselves, and garden cross spiders can regenerate lost legs. So let's look forward to that one day.
Oh my! Well, I know he's broken his arm before and it healed quickly. Yeah, so
I was just seeing it. Well, not that they even cared about the scientific accuracy of it all, but I just was curious.
But I mean, there's precedent, more than some other people.
Yeah. Let's not throw shade and name names.
They named names. Got me blacklisted on the internet. You named name.
He's definitely blacklisted at the Bugle.
Oh my god, that's what we should do for Christmas. Do that Seinfeld episode.
Oh yeah, sure.
Or
I'm always down for Seinfeld.
Although
the appropriate thing for Christmas would be Festivus.
Festivus, yes. Oh, we could do that.
Oh, bro, you know what we should send out to the patrons? A donation in their name to the Human Fund.
Oh yes.
Spoilers, boys.
Oh. Just print up some piece of paper that says,
yep.
Oh yes.
Put it in a PDF and then email it. Yep.
Oh yes. That'll be that's our new prize.
Yes, for December. Yes.
Peter is surprised by this because he has always seen Christy eating. Susan explains that bulimia is a condition where one binge eats only to purge the food from the system, later by inducing vomiting. Peter still can't believe that a young girl who is 13 years old could have an eating disorder. Susan tells them that she was 11 when she developed one herself and how it took 15 years to get help. After they leave the hospital, Peter asks Mary Jane how she is doing. That's when Peter's wife explodes in anger, and she is tired of dealing with everyone else's problems, especially since they are taking priority over her own. Oh, well, my niece almost died. Well, oh, wow, sorry. Spider-Man was trying to defend innocent people. Well, maybe not innocent.
I was going to say, let's not go too far.
Not this time. Well, I couldn't save some mobsters. Well. She is angry because her modeling career has been hampered. Her life savings are locked in court, and she is living at Peter's Aunt May's house. I can't even have a loud orgasm anymore.
Said Aunt May.
Well, Otto's in prison.
Exactly.
Well, damn, Nathan won't hold the camera. And what's the title of that movie?
I don't think those are tentacles.
Bro, have you I was just scrolling through TV and I saw The Golden Bachelor and I'm like, all these ladies are postmenopausal. Oh, they're banging raw. Old people have a lot of old people have a lot of STDs.
Oh yeah, I remember there was reports years ago, like STDs were up in like nursing homes and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm just like The Golden Bachelor is going down in more ways than one, not just hips.
Well, you know what I heard too. You know why they're doing that? Because who's watching network TV anymore? Old people.
Oh, true. Like honestly, I think I was just looking for the football game and I saw that and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I heard of it. I haven't seen it, but yeah, that's the theory. It's like, who's
Speaking of which, I gotta check in on the Commanders game. Give me one sec. Good old Amazon Prime never lets you down on a Thursday night. Not sponsored, but hey, Bezos, if you want to sponsor me,
she's like, sorry,
you're looking better than Musk at this point. I think you're like one of the better billionaires at this point. So,
well, it's like, sorry to interrupt the show, but I got an Andrew Jackson riding on this. Hold on.
Andrew Jackson. Tried 3 Benjamin Franklins, bud.
Wow. And Ray's like, how much is that?
You'll never know with your. You'll never know.
Ray's like, how much is that? How much is that in koala bears and birds?
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Ray's like, I did nothing.
What the F?
Well, this is what happens when you don't send in feedback, Ray. Especially with tombstones in the story. So
She got a couple hunty on there, Ray.
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
Mary Jane storms off and Peter decides to let her go blow off some steam.
Batman, my favorite character.
And
Everyone loves cocaine.
leave Mary Jane alone. You leave her alone.
however, he realizes that he could be more supportive as he has been too distracted recently. Playing with gangsters. Looking at a newspaper box and oh god, this is are there still newspaper boxes?
You know, I haven't seen one or a payphone in a really long time.
Well, I mean, think about it. Are they selling as enough newspapers to justify a newspaper box?
No, I think it's basically if you're not subscribed to it, you don't. Well, it's online mostly too, so.
Oh yeah, there's probably. No
I can't remember the last time I saw a newspaper that wasn't like the Washington Post, or even then, I'm reading that online.
There's like a Pittsburgh paper. Is like I'm trying to remember. I mean, yeah, there's not a ton of newsstands. Maybe the grocery store or something. I don't know. I
haven't even seen newspapers in a grocery store in forever. Like they don't even have like I miss the old school big wooden magazine rack in the back of the store, by the pharmacy.
Yes.
Oh, the kids today, they don't know. They don't know. That's where the comic books used to be, the Archie Digest. Like, oh my god.
You had to sprint that spinner rack, kids, because you might have missed the issue 1 month because they sold out of something. The pain was real.
Kids don't know. The kids don't know. The struggle was real. Okay, that's all I can say.
And if you went to certain supermarkets, they might put a price tag on it. Then you had to painstakingly try to take that price tag off there without ripping the cover or leaving any residue. I mean, it was an operation, kids.
Oh yeah.
Still,
I miss those days.
So Peter sees headline: Peter smashed.
Don't get little Peter Parker upset. He has got a temper.
Whoa! little
double entendre. Mark your bingo cards, kids.
Little Peter's little Peter's angry because Mary Jane stormed off.
He's frustrated.
Oh, definitely now. And he's being accused of being part of the massacre, and he's not getting any. Oh,
I feel sorry for the next chump that comes along. That's all I'm saying.
I'd leave town right now, Katzenberg. At the Daily Bugle, Nick Katzenberg makes another failed attempt to get Joy Mercado to go out on a date with him. She turns him down, but he brushes this off as jealousy since he is J. Jonah Jameson's golden boy. More like golden shower boy.
Ooh! I agree.
Oh, hell. Going to the washroom. Well, speaking of going to the washroom, Nick is confronted by Spider-Man. Oh, he's frustrated, kids. Confronted by Spider-Man, trapping Katzenberg with webbing. The wall crawler demands to know where Jameson is, as he isn't in the office. If he's not at the office, I wonder where he could be.
Well, to be fair, he'd be cruising around in that little special limo of his.
That's true. He could be at the club, the country club or whatever. Yeah. Wants to know where Jameson is, as he isn't in the office. Nick cracks and tells the hero that Jonah is at his penthouse apartment. As soon as he hears this, the web slinger leaves the cowardly Katzenberg blubbering in the washroom.
I don't know who Katzenberg is supposed to be a stand-in for, but boy, does Jerry Conway hate whoever Nick Katzenberg's supposed to be in his life.
A paparazzi must have pissed off Conway. Yeah. I like that, though. Cowardly Katzenberg.
Yes, perfect.
When Spider-Man arrives at the penthouse, Jameson, in quotes, kids, is ready for him. Even explains how he has been working with Hammerhead to take advantage of the gang war.
Oh, here comes the cover, kind of, sort of.
Yes, he pulls a gun and tries to blast the hero. As
Jameson's got a gun!
I know. It's like, even if you hadn't been reading for the last couple months, it's like the cover kind of gives it away. Yeah.
His face
However-
could just be melting. He could be having a stroke. It's fine.
That's true. However, the weapon fires pellets filled with cyanide gas.
Oh no, not cyanide gas.
And I love it's like he fires this gas and he's like, "Oh, I'm protected by nose filters." Meanwhile, he's talking and opening his mouth. I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. You don't think you're getting something in the lungs? Yeah. Ugh.
babes, just go with it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Fate
Even though Peter Parker is like super smart and a scientist, somewhat of a scientist himself, we kind of casually forget it. It's okay.
No, what I'm saying, the Chameleon's talking. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like that. We've never
I
been
know.
that scientific in a Spider-Man book, so
I guess, yeah.
just gotta roll with it, man.
I was gonna say, even if Spider-Man holds his breath, even if he's talking, at least he has a mask on.
Do you know tarantulas can hold their breath for like an hour or some crazy thing like that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Tarantulas and guys who date Lilith Hellfire.
I would never date somebody that can hold their breath longer than 3 minutes.
the guys Lilith dates can hold their breath for eternity.
Exactly.
Suspecting something like this, Spider-Man holds his breath and rushes Jonah and pushes the two of them out into the living room away from the toxic gas. Thank you. Demanding to know who this imposter is, Spider-Man soon discovers that he has been dealing with the Chameleon this whole time.
Finally, you're up to speed, bud. Finally.
Should that been the first name on your list? If you know it's like an imposter?
I mean, Mystique? Does he even know Mystique? I don't
I
know.
don't know if you've ever met. That's what I'm saying. But it's like you have someone in your rogues gallery who can do this. I mean, shouldn't that be the first name on the tip of your
And
tongue?
honestly, Chameleon shouldn't even be in his rogues gallery, but that's neither here nor there.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, he's one of yours. Shouldn't this be your first guess? No
Mary
longer
Jane is really pulling every last brain cell out of that poor boy.
his every brain cell, his soul, all of it.
She is a redhead. They are soul snatchers. So,
Whoa.
Superior puss.
if you know, you know.
Here.
Oh my. No longer needing to maintain his ruse, the Chameleon drops his disguise.
He's like,
Then-
finally.
He then blasts the ceiling, causing debris to fall on Spider-Man. While the hero is digging himself out, the Chameleon escapes in the private elevator. However, before Spider-Man can go after him, he hears a muffled cry coming from another room. He finds Jonah Jameson bound and gagged there.
Oh, this is the worst part for Jameson. He's like, damn it.
I know, he's like, oh, I gotta be saved by you. Later, the Lobo Brothers have returned to their hideout. Eduardo suggests they give up on the gang. Carlos scoffs at this idea, figuring Glory Grant has been influencing him.
Speaking of snatching souls,
Whoa!
Glory Hole Grant.
The big finish.
Jazz
That's a
hands.
mouthful.
He reminds Eduardo that they have the Daily Bugle's file on the Kingpin, and they can use the information within to draw the Kingpin out of hiding.
Why couldn't she? She didn't have to actually steal the whole file. She could have just used a photocopier. That was a thing, or maybe a ditto machine at this point. I'm not sure.
I think they had photocopy machines at that point.
Yeah, 89. I'm pretty sure.
Hell, write it down on a piece of paper.
Exactly. Or take
Or-
a picture of it. I don't like. That's what spies do.
Yeah, you work at a newspaper. I'm sure you can find a can. Oh my god! But then you got to go get it developed.
There's a dark room. It's fine.
Yeah, but does she know how to do it?
Oh yeah, there's no Google to figure it. Well, they had Encyclopedia Britannica.
Or take the picture, take the film to Eduardo, and be like, okay, this is your problem to develop it.
Exactly.
All right.
I guess they could also just take the little glass, the little lens they use to read the actual film too.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of ways around it, man.
Oh yeah. When Mary Jane was complaining about everyone's problem, she also mentioned her friend's drug addiction. So yes, way to be sympathetic, Mary Jane.
I mean, birds of a feather flock together. That's all that I'm saying.
Oh,
I love Mary Jane, but we know she's a party girl. Plus, she's been a model. I'm just saying.
yeah, her friend Lorraine, Harry Osborn. I mean,
Oh, Harry, yeah.
she dated Harry. I mean, come on.
Mhm.
I think she was dating him for his scintillating conversation, his personality.
or lack thereof.
Exactly.
Talk about a bland potato, man.
She was dating him for his drugs and his bankroll.
Penthouse.
Everyone loves cocaine.
Penthouse, Phil.
He was put into the penthouse. All right. Oh, I love this. And lastly, Peter's sense of responsibility that came from the death of his Uncle Ben.
Oh, everybody's gonna manage to get the good old
oh my God, can you
pony
imagine?
heads.
I would love that dialogue. My cousin Christy, my friend Lorraine, and you and your damn floating heads of guilt.
Seriously, somebody needs to say it.
Oh my God, Deadpool can say it.
Yes.
You get all weepy and all this head start floating above you. What? Nothing.
It's like, you can see that?
All right. So again, I mean, as much crap as we gave Ray this episode, Ray, we gave you Tombstone, we gave you the return of Alex Saviuk. I mean, come on.
It's all for Ray. It's all for Ray.
Hey man, he's a patron. If you would like us to pander to you and make fun of you, yes, please subscribe to our Patreon.
Would you two like to be bullied on a podcast?
Would you like to be seduced and slapped in the face at the same time? Yes, subscribe to our Patreon.
Ah, yes, my specialty.
Wow!
Consensually, of course.
Hey kid, what's Little Hellfire's idea of foreplay? Consensually knock their teeth out. All right. You know what? There wasn't even like a ton of. There really wasn't the new Spider book as well. Red Goblin was out this week. I know Lilith didn't touch that.
Not with the 10-foot pole, my friend. Not with the 10-foot.
The only reason you might like it is Normie Symbiote was slapping Norman around. So.
Oh. And
Yeah.
I can't even go on Twitter because Twitter's a cesspool. And, you know, I'm getting ready to delete my Twitter account, just as a heads up. They're about to start making you guys pay, and it's like a whole thing. And
What? Pay?
like, I'm talking outside of the Twitter Blue or whatever. I mean, whatever subscription service that is. So, I don't want the I'm just gonna delete. I'm done.
I mean, any of them, Facebook, Twitter. I mean, the minute they start making you pay for the basic stuff, guess what?
Yeah, they're thinking about Instagram trying to make you pay.
Your app's done when you start making people pay just to.
TikTok's even thinking about charging money to have our ad free experience, and I'm like, babes, I've been the product the whole time. I'm not paying you.
When you start making people pay for it, I mean, you know how easy it is.
We're all going back to Web 1.0 where everybody has a blog. I'm sorry. That's just how it's gonna be.
Nah, come on. You know what, guys? Resurrect MySpace. Come on,
bro. You know, honestly, I'll say this: the closest thing that we have to MySpace, and like people are gonna like groan and roll their eyes, is Tumblr. You can code your site. You can put music on it.
Yeah.
Like music and artsy people are still there. Twitter is not dead. Every time Twitter or some other social media does something stupid, everybody goes running to Tumblr. And I think Tumblr is a really great platform. There's like no ads hardly. Like it's a pretty cool place to be.
So I haven't kept up with Tumblr, so I should make that a part of the regular rotation.
Not the regular, not just yet. I mean, like Twitter's fine for everybody else, but I'm personally just because I just can't deal with Elon and his stupidity anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done.
But I mean, Tumblr, I should just hold off, or I don't know.
I mean, if you want, it's a cool place.
I
don't think anybody we know uses Tumblr though. So
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
it's really not our demographic. But I'm just saying, everybody says, "Oh, let's bring back MySpace." Well, babes, Tumblr is basically MySpace. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can code your own page. It's really cool.
I scoff at the demographic. I don't care who you are, as long as you're listening and hopefully paying us money. Come on.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think anybody we know like that listens to the podcast like.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other people I really knew I think were using Tumblr were like you, and I think Rob might have been on there for 2 seconds.
Yeah, for 2 seconds. But I mean, you could also carve out a new listening audience if you want. You can try it.
Numbers. See, that's the thing. I just want your money, kids. I don't care who you are. Like, hey. I don't care how old you are. I don't care your gender. I don't care your color. I don't care. It's just
late stage capitalism kicking in. You're welcome, Noel.
Exactly. All right.
Okay, let's actually do the podcast that we get paid nothing for.
You can't make me.
But speaking of new Spider-Man comics, kids, stay tuned for upcoming episode of Capes and Lunatics, where Lilith and I will cover Superior Spider-Man Returns #1.
Superior Puss!
Or Petty Puss.
Yes, superiorly petty puss.
My hero. And again, like I said, if you want to cover any other new stuff, we can. It's Capes. We don't even have to do just Spider-Man.
Oh, I see. I know. I can't wait to hear Ray and the boys cover Alien Annual #1.
Oh my!
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Wait,
It has no Predator in it. I'm joking.
Oh, okay. Leave him alone. All right. So anything else, Lilith Hellfire?
No, not at all. Let's wrap it up.
Lots of chaos tonight, and only part of it was
duh.
the gang. Only part of it was
Hellfire's back. Of course, there's chaos.
I was gonna say only part of it was the gang war.
That gang war's mild compared to an episode of Salty and Petty. That's all I'm saying.
I know. It was a massacre tonight, kids, and then we had that gang war too. All right, kids. So yes, next episode we'll wrap up the Lobo stuff with Spectacular Spider-Man 154 and Web. It all wraps up in Web of Spider-Man 55. And then in 2 weeks, because you get an extra week this month, Lilith and I, and let's see if we get some feedback or anything from anyone else. The 250th episode of Ultimate Spider-Cast, kids.
Wow.
I know. Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
I know. We probably mentioned Gwen Stacy going off that bridge, at least 200 of those. Yes, but for the 250th episode, we're going to do all Norman Osborn, kids. We're going to cover some some of his first appearances from Amazing 14, 39 and 40, and then some Untold Tales of Spider-Man #25. And again, we can just get into general conversation about the OG Goblin. The prime you for your Hobgobble Gobble month, which will only be 2 episodes, because since we had to push back Scarlet Spider, you'll get 2 Scarlet Spider episodes in November. But if you want more Hobgobble Gobble, again, Justin and I are going to be doing 2 episodes on Mackendale over on Marvel Tales that month. So
Mackendale!
Talk about cannon fodder.
Oh yeah. But he's like cannon fighter that just won't go away. It's like just when you think he's gone, he rears his stupid little head. Hey-oh.
He's the herpes of cannon fodder.
It's the herpes of the goblins for sure.
I don't know, man. I mean, no, I was gonna say they might have cloned him and brought it back during Clone Conspiracy, but I was gonna say besides that, I'm like, they pretty much killed him in the 90s. He stayed dead, didn't he?
I'm just waiting.
Mackendale,
listen, Mackendale, I'm that traumatized. I've just been waiting for somebody to be like, you know what? I'm gonna bring back Mackendale. I'm waiting on Zeb Wells to do it, quite honestly.
oh my God, kids! I mean, they did a weak attempt once or twice, but we need a true War of the Goblins. Come on.
Yeah, we need like how Scourge killed them all. There can only be one type.
I'll bring back Harry. I mean, let's get a true Bart Hamilton. Let's.
Oh wow!
Oh my God, a bunch of petty a-holes flying around in goblin suits. Can you imagine?
Think of the toy sales, Marvel. Think of the toy sales.
Green Goblin Norman, Green Goblin Harry, Hobgoblin Roderick Kingsley, Hobgoblin Jason Mackendale, Green Goblin Bart Hamilton, Green Goblin Phil Urich, who's basically like a walking, rotting zombie at this point, but you know.
Just think of the toy sales, Marvel. Think of the toy. Instead of think of the children, it's think of the toy sales.
I mean, who would be interested in like a bunch of Jason Mackendale merchandise?
Wild like an animal.
Oh no, I think he might.
They're still paying off their wedding, probably. So.
Oh my God! Oh my God! We should. Oh my God! I should have sent him some Hobgoblin for his wedding.
Hobgoblin fine china. And his wife's no, put it in the corner. We are not using that.
No, I invented that, you dick.
You know what you eat on Hobgoblin fine china, right?
Where's the Joker nugget?
And fine crystal to pour that Mountain Dew in. Yes.
Yes. Oh my God! Hobgoblin plates and like a Hulk tumbler or something. Sorry, Russell. We got to shift off of Ray there for a second. All right. All right, so yeah, kids. So send us your thoughts. Lots of stuff coming up here. The end of the war, Norman. Our God, I think this might be our 5th annual Gobble Gobble month. I think.
Wow.
Was it 2018 the first one? I think. Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
We've kept the joke going for 5 years long.
Well, he's a joke. You know, he deserves to be made fun of.
Exactly.
Gobble gobble.
I think we just kept it alive for 5 years just so we can play it.
Gobble gobble.
I'm pretty sure we're we're committed to the bit. If you
pull it out of our little goblin pouch there.
Out of the gooch.
Pumpkin bombs away.
Boing.
Couple
of balls down the gob.
All right, kids. So send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon, where you can find all kinds of stuff. Lilith Hellfire's Drunken Rants, this, that, or the third, movie reviews. The October episode is going to be Lilith and I ranking Scream Queens. So if you're a horror fan, you might want to subscribe and check that out. So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capesandlunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capesandlunatics Podcast Network. It's just in the show notes. Just click down there. All right. Lilith Hellfire. So where can we find you now? Tumblr?
No. I'm still a meta girly. You can find me on Facebook, Lilith Hellfire. You can find me on Instagram or Threads at your favorite internet granny. That's GRANNIE.
Oh,
that's it.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Yeah, go follow her.
Come on, get your head out of your butt, buddy.
Lubricated eels are the best.
You get a ride on your alligator back, bro. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Thank you for joining us again. We wrap up this whole damn Lobo mess next week. And then in 2 weeks, it's all Norman all the time. Killing blondes and getting amnesia.
I was going to say, yeah, getting his hair cornrowed and losing his memory.
Hang on back.
Thwip, thwip.